There's a slot open in the Supreme Court now because of the passing. And look, who wasn't getting prepared for this? What is going on? Like, why are the Democrats caught off guard? What were you thinking? What were you think? You knew it could happen. I mean, how long are you supposed to hang around on this shithole planet? I mean, how long is somebody supposed to hang around here? Like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg was tough as nails. Okay? But at some point, it's like, you know what? Okay. What's next? I mean, that's what I think sometimes. Like, what's next? Here goes Nancy Pelosi talking about responding to questions from George Stephanopoulos about what she's going to do about the Supreme Court. What's the Democratic Party plan about Trump? How are you going to stop Trump? How are you going to stop the Republicans from installing yet another Chief Justice?
On Friday, I started there early for voting the day that we lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But to be clear, you're not taking any arrows out of your quiver. You're not ruling anything out.
Good morning. Sunday morning. We have a responsibility. We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Damn, that was incoherent. What the hell is Nancy Pelosi talking about? What? Okay. I'm doing my best, Denzel. All right. I don't understand exactly. I don't understand anything that she tried to say there. What was she trying to tell us? Speaking in code? I know she put on a kente cloth that time, but was she speaking in tongues? Sound like she was trying to speak in tongues. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, the Speaker of the House. That's your opposition party. That's your resistance. That's who's going to stop Trump. A D-rate comedian? All right, so she got a little bit more coherent, okay? Next thing, she got a little bit more coherent in this clip. Not much, but a little, okay? Here we go again. Let's take another shot at it, another go at it. Nancy Pelosi, this time with Chris Hayes.
And this appointment, the reason the president and Leader McConnell are moving forward so quickly is because they want to overturn the Affordable Care Act. And when people understand, and they do, what this means in their lives, no more benefit of the pre-existing condition, no more having your children be on your policy until 26 years old. No more having Medicaid expanded to cover long-term health care and the needs of our children with pre-existing conditions. And returning to a time where being a woman is a pre-existing medical condition. The people know that. And that's why the Republicans are rushing. They want to get it done so they can overturn the Affordable Care Act. And you know what? They're going to be paying this price for elections to come. Elections to come. Everyone's looking at what makes a difference in these senatorial races. We'll see. But what they don't really understand is they're going to see 2018 again and again and again in terms of their defeats in the Congress.
Let me ask this. I mean, you talk about the sort of electoral consequences and the substantive consequences for people's health care. I mean, again, in the midst of a pandemic, right? Who knows
in the midst of a pandemic,
what long-term lung or heart damage people who survived COVID have. We're just learning about that. There's a growing sense that the Senate is broken in some ways and that there's a kind of democratic deficit in America. And if Trump's able to appoint this justice after what they did with Merrick Garland, that Democrats have to be thinking in more procedurally radical ways, right? Adding new members to the court, getting rid of the filibuster. Are you thinking along those lines? Do you favor those two policies?
Well, I think that we have to think short term and long term. Plenty of time when we win the election, House, Senate. and the White House, which we would today, but the election isn't today. And we can have just a conversation if you want, but we want to have effective political action. We have to not agonize, but organize. And that means that we must show to people right now, and they know for themselves because this is their experience, that this move on the part of Mitch McConnell, and I see you said Mitch America. No, it's Moscow Mitch. It's Moscow Mitch. Let's correct your sign there, or at least understand how others refer to him. And there's a reason for that. But anyway, keeping it on this, the fact is people don't care about what we're doing in Washington. They care about what is happening at their kitchen table in their lives, their health. And by the way, the three most important issues in this election are healthcare, healthcare, and healthcare. At a time when we should be crushing the virus, and the president has ignored the science, criminally ignored the science, and instead we have now crossing into 200,000 people who have died. Instead of crushing the virus, they want to crush the Affordable Care Act. This is what we have to focus on right now so that people get out and vote, and they vote early, and they vote in good health, and they vote for their health. Vote your health. Vote your health. And that means the Affordable Care Act, pre-existing conditions, and the rest. They get rid of pre-existing conditions, they have a price to pay for elections to come. They get rid of a woman's right to choose, they have a price to pay for elections to come. So when you're looking at these senators who are in the near term here, that's one thing. But others, you know what, there's 43 days until the election? It's 44 days until the next election.
It's just bad. You know? Now, I can sit up here and lie to you and tell you that was good, but it wasn't good. It was horrible. First of all, the Democrats happen to be in the right this time, okay? The Republican Party's total bunch of hypocrites. They said when it was their time, when it was the Democrats' opportunity that they could, slide in a nominee, they said, no, you got to wait until the next president's elected. You don't want to do that right now. So the back end of Obama's last term, that's not fair. You got to, this is too important for you to decide it yourself. Whatever. And then you got Lindsey Graham and many other Republican senators saying, yeah, that's this is what we believe and this is why we believe it. And this is about more than just parties. This is about what's right, what's fair in our country. It's about our democracy. And then they turn right around and contradict everything they stood for. So, they're hypocritical as hell. So, and the Democrats are also right that, hey, this is a horrible opportunity, a horrible time for anybody to play politics with health care. I mean, it's pathetic, it's repugnant for you to try to do that. But this is how bad the Democrats are, or particularly Nancy Pelosi is. Even when you're on the side of right, even when everything is lined up for you to knock it out the park, even when Chris Hayes is throwing the softest of softballs over the plate for you, you still manage to drop your guard, drop your bat, and stick your face right over the plate and get smacked dead in the forehead with the ball. I mean, it's like maybe, and I mean this with all due respect for all the people out there who love Nancy Pelosi, but maybe she's just a little past it. Maybe the horse left the barn. Maybe the six-pack got crushed and, maybe the store's closed. I don't know. What other analogy? Maybe the chickens have jumped into grease and, I don't know. Put it how you want to put it. Maybe Big Shirley lost her pick. I don't know, but this is horrible. This is where we're at. And this is when you're right. So, And this is one of the things that frustrates the hell out of people on the left who care about policy, who care about health care. And Nancy's right. Health care is the most important thing right now for most Americans. If you ask them, they'll tell you health care. Well, I think a lot of them will tell you jobs too, knowing where their next meal is going to come from, knowing if they're going to be able to pay their mortgage, if they're going to be able to pay their rent, if they're going to have a place to live. All these things are important. But health care has always been right up there. It ranks as one of the top two. But even with it ranking as number the top two of the top two, Nancy Pelosi can't get out her own way. Neither can the Democratic Party. Why not present the world with a true difference? A true difference. So you got Donald Trump, the Republican Party, trying to get rid of pre-existing condition allocations, trying to throw kids who are over 21 off their parents' insurance programs, letting more people be uninsured even in the pandemic. What you should do is be going the other way, not trying to maintain status quo. It's obvious for a lot of people the Affordable Care Act is not palatable. It's not great, okay? It could be much better. But what you could do to show a clear separation between you and Donald Trump is you could say, we're going to go for Medicare for all. We're going to go for universal health care coverage. We're going to do something radical. But instead, you want to phone it in and hope that America just wants to keep things as they are. Now, I haven't protested this at all. But part of what got Trump elected was big ideas. Big ideas. I didn't say they were good ideas, Johnson. I said he had big ideas. He had something big to present. He was talking about, I'm building a wall. I'm going to make America great. And Nancy Pelosi's talking about, we just want to keep doing what we've been doing, and we want to just make it, we want to get it, do. So I think it's a horrible strategy when you're dealing with a guy who can come out and say anything. I mean, unscripted, just make up stuff. We're going to be great. We're going to be better than great. We're going to win so much. You're going to get tired of winning. We're going to do everything. We're going to do everything on trade. We're going to win again. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. China. We're going to kill China. China's dead. That's it. I mean, when you are boldly lying, when you promise things, we're gonna invent a new Benny Hill show, and we're gonna put the American Bandstand back on right behind Soul Train. Then we're gonna have a meteor pop up out of the Atlantic Ocean, and then we're all gonna go sunbathing in gold bars. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna go in a time machine, go back in time. Yeah. We're going to go back to a time there was actual slaves. Then we're going to live there for a while. We're going to see what was so good about it. See if it was good or bad. Then we're going to jump forward into the year 3062. I mean, Trump just makes up shit. And these people go, well, sounds like a good idea. That's something different. But Nancy Pelosi is always the same old, same old. And for the love of God, somebody tell Nancy rhyming words is not exciting unless it means something. We don't want to agonize. We want to organize. We don't want to plagiarize. We want to deodorize. What? What are you? It's like, okay, Nancy, you're going to go out here. You're going to speak to Chris Hayes. Just remember, agonize, organize. Agonize, organize. Agonize, organize. Okay, and Mitch Moscow Mitch. Okay, Moscow Mitch. Moscow Mitch. All right, get out there. Okay. Moscow Mitch. Organize. It's like, how pathetic can you be? We're going to need some new politicians, man. I'm so glad I got to interview Jamal Bowman. Got to meet Isaiah James. I mean, it's great because we need new blood. Cori Bush, she's been on this show. It's so glad. Paula Swearinger, please, Paula. Shahid Buttar, please. New life is needed. This is horrible. And I'm tired of Turtlehead, McConnell, and Lindsey Spam Brand, Cam Blam, Jam Ram, Tam Pam, Graham, damn, scram. It's just, we need new politics, man. We just really do, and that's the bottom line. And it's horrible. It's horrific. And once again, this is when the Democrats are on the right side of it. They don't know how to win. They don't know how to knock a mofo out. They don't. We're going to have to get Senator Nina Turner, man, to help us slay some dragons, because This is pathetic. And that's why I say I'm convinced that this is intentional. I mean, at some point, you got to say, hey, that guy's not trying to win the fight. Hey, he's not even swinging. He's not his guard. Look, his guard, he's got his arms behind his back. He's leading with his chin, Johnson. There's at some point, you got to stop lying to yourself, saying that this is the actual fair fight. You got your money on this shit, man. You need to have your head examined. I mean, look at this. Look at it, Johnson. Look. And then when we question it, they say we're Russian bots. Or they say I'm a white guy. Oh, you can't care about policy. You're black. You just care if Trump's racist, and that should be it, because that's all blacks care about, is if the guy is racist. You worried about Medicare for all. You worried about voting rights. You up here worried about equal opportunity. Yeah, we're going to give you an opportunity zone you can't take advantage of. It's for the rich blacks who are celebrities, and for rich white people and white guys in nice suits and white women in nice suits, but not your poor ass. And that's enough. So it is. You need to think long term, not short term. You need to think at all. I swear, man, I would come out there and just do a Dave Chappelle on these motherfuckers. Somebody's got to just do a Dave Chappelle and tell the Democrats and the Republicans to shut the fuck up forever.